Hey, there I am. There I am. Dip diver, civilizer 85. I make the devil hit his knees and say the I Father. I was listening to some Jay Electronica this morning, and it made me realize that I should do a concussion discussion come live here before the McCormack Parra bouts, the Dickinson Williamson bouts. As well, we have some UFC today, some MMA, and then we have Sugar Nunez returning tonight too, as well. So we got some shit today, y'all. We have some shit. Uh, I say I don't have any live viewers yet, but when I do get some, I will tell you guys good morning, happiest day. Hope it's a blessed Saturday. Hope your Sunday's even better too, as well. Hope you guys have made some cash on the fights yesterday. I got smoked in Pro Box yesterday. I did not expect Jordan White to go out there and gas out after 2 rounds. Cardoso getting knocked out in the 9th round there when I thought he was coasting to a victory. Maybe not coasting to a victory, because I think unpopular opinion, I had it 3-1 for Torres going into the 5th round. But then I had Cardoso winning every round from there, and then he got smoked in the 9th round, as we saw. Absolutely insane. So, yeah. So with that being said, yep. Yeah, I put my Zelle there. I did. I got my first tip yesterday, actually, believe it or not. Got my first tip for a fight breakdown yesterday where I called Mick Conlon by knockout at plus 380. Someone put $50 on it, won 240 plus their $50 stake back, and they sent your boy $20. So I just got a text laughing at me for the fact that I dropped my Zelle in the ticker. Hell yeah, I dropped my Zelle in the ticker champ. Why wouldn't I? I mean, I don't think people understand. The amount of tape that I do weekly is a part-time job, damn near a full-time job. I legitimately tape anywhere from 20 to 40 hours weekly. That is not an exaggeration. I fell asleep to Bud Crawford, Bud and Earl last night. I literally fell asleep to a fight last night. This is not an exaggeration. I opened up my computer and a fight was on YouTube mid-frame. So, but thank you. Thank you for jumping in the chat, Bianca. uh But yeah, y'all, it's early. We got some good fights. I think there is some good money to be made too as well here. I'm gonna pull up a few things here for you. I want to go to Bet365 because that will be the book that I'm going to be using today. I'll be sharing some screens once we get some drop-ins. What? Bet635 unable to handle your request in Arizona. What are we doing here, y'all? What do you mean, champ? Bets365's not popping up on my computer. What are we doing here, champ? What are we doing here? I guess we're going to DraftKings. Guess we're seeing what DraftKings has working for us and some boxing odds, y'all. I just want to see if they have the Sandy Ryan props, which they do. Holy smokes. So Sandy Ryan by knockout is minus 165. She's fighting a woman that's way undersized comparatively to her, like extremely undersized comparatively to her. But the fact that she's almost 2-to-1 odds via knockout is absolutely bonkers and diabolical, to say the least. I'm still going to take Sandy Ryan by knockout. I think I don't want to say it's free money, but she's fighting a girl that's clearly undersized, clearly outmatched, has never been 10 rounds before. I need to go verify that with BoxRec. But this was kind of like unlike the Rima Ayadi and Elif Nir Tehran, where I cracked the hell out of that tape just to make sure I didn't think it was like an easy wiki cap. I am fairly confident that Sandy Ryan's going to get Jade out of there. Jade, man, from the little bit of tape that I did, like I said, man, can't crack, too comfortable on the back foot, has fought and legitimately nobody. Her last 2 opponents were the same opponent. It was 10-25-5, 10-25-6, something insane like that. And I'm going to take the girl that has knockouts, the bigger size, that's been in there with real fighters, and also has been 10 rounds. So, yeah. Aligos, what up, my brother? What a performance by Gyron last night. Almost stole it from him. Corruption is insane. What were those scorecards, Aligos? What the hell was that, bro? 95-94 was one of them. I know there was a 95-93. Like, I'm a huge Jordan White fan, as you know. And honestly, I am I have to be honest here, man. I didn't crack enough tape for that fight because I was sitting there watching the fight and I'm just tripping. Like, how did I not see that coming? How did I not see someone that starts off so fast and slows down to get someone that picks up the pace as the fight goes on and bangs the body early and often? How did I not see Renee Diaz got her own money line from a mile away? I feel dumb as hell. I truly believe I bet with my heart last night. I let my love for Jordan Short Dog White get in the way of the tape. Regardless, though, I got killed in Pro Box. I got killed in Pro Box. Uh, I bet with my what I thought was my mind and not my heart over Solomon Sagawa. And look at what happened with Sagawa. He smoked Brian Acosta, absolutely smoked him. Yeah, man. Honestly, no, I think White, that's the only round I would have given White was the first round. That's the only round I would have given White was the first round. After that, it was in the second round when he started ripping up that body, dipping his elbows. I was surprised. I was impressed to see White tough it out as long as he did. But the fact is, man, he had no game plan. He was boxing on the back foot, not meeting him head on in the middle. Didn't attempt to even cut an angle. It was the second, but I wasn't saying that like trying to like be like corrective. I was just simply saying like the round one's the only fight I would have gave him, man. So yeah, I got smoked in Pro Box yesterday. The Mike Conlon fight, not to go the distance, the Mike Conlon by knockout gave me a profitable day just because of the numbers, just because I got it at plus 480, which is bonkers for Mike Conlon by knockout. But yeah, I got smoked in Pro Box. All three main fights I got wrong. Cardoso with that last second knockout, rough. Mike Ross, what up, brother? What's up, man? I'm getting ready for the UK prelims. How you feeling about McCormack Parra? From a fight standpoint or a betting standpoint? I guess I'll just go over both. I don't even know. Let me just go over both. Bet-wise, I really like the over 7.5 rounds. I think McCormack is class. I should say McCormack is good. I don't know how classy he is yet. I think he punches really hard and he stays on the body early and often, which I love. I think he will get Parra out of there possibly, but I think if he does, it'll be a 9 or 10 round kind of territory. I really like the 7.5. I think Parra is a tough customer. I think he's coming to fight here for you, and I think he knows how to box on multiple ranges, both the mid-range, the inside, and the back foot. Excuse me. So bet-wise, I like the over 7.5 for that fight, even though it will be sweaty. It's just going to be like Iglesias Shishkin. It's going to be a sweaty over-under. Damn, my hat is tight as hell. One second, y'all. Let me loosen my hat. Holy shit. Ugh. All right, my bad, y'all. Had to tighten my hat. It's freaking cutting off the blood circulation in my head damn near. Yeah, so I like the over 7.5 for McCormack Parra. I think Parra is a tough enough cookie to make it last for that. And it's not like we haven't seen McCormack go the distance before. Like I said, I like Parra's levels fighting. I think he can fight at all three levels to keep him safe for minimum 7.5 rounds. Wish we would have gotten it at 6.5. I also really like the Sugar Nunez versus Diaz fight to go over 6.5 rounds. I should have jumped on the line when it was at 5.5. But at 6.5, I also like it. Diaz only been stopped once by Navarrete. Ela Vaquero, Mr. Vaquero. And that was in the 12th round. And while Diaz is a powerful thudding puncher, I think he's more of a cumulative volume puncher. And I also heard that his coach says that he wants to show that he can box at different levels. So with him boxing at different levels specifically, or his coach specifically saying that he wants to show these different levels, give me Diaz Nunez to go over 6.5. Give me McCormack Parra to go over 7.5. Both could be sweaty, but I do like the over 7.5. I think Pat gets him late. Parra is a tough dude. Parra's bite mod. That's exactly the reason that I think he gets it done is just the fact that the body work specifically. But I'm hoping that he can get it, that he can last a minute 30 into round 8. I'm hoping it's going to be a sweat. That I know for a fact, but I like that. I'm also taking Troy Williamson today too, as well. I grabbed Conlon by knockout, but some Pro Box is hard to bet on, but same Pro Box hard to bet on. Damn, plus 550. Insane odds, bro. Those offshore books had the insane odds. I'll still never touch an offshore books, man. Them boys hoe me. Them boys hoe me. I also like Troy Williamson, man. The money that we're getting him, it is at worst a 50-50 fight. Dickinson's not class. Let me just say it like this. I don't want to discredit any boxer or any fighters. I am not high on a Mark Dickinson whatsoever. I think Troy Williamson specifically, even with the quote unquote size discrepancy in this case with moving up and then old boy missing weight, I think Williamson has only lost to decent fighters. He's went 12 rounds tough. He has shown his own grit, tooth and nail. I think he can. I don't think he has good long range game, but he can box well from the mid range specifically. And again, Dickinson, to me, missing weight by 6 pounds is a huge red flag off rips. If Williamson could start banging that drum, when I use the term banging the drum, I mean hitting the body. So banging the drum early and often. If Williamson could start banging that drum early and often on Dickinson, I like him to get it done. If you have the hometown favorite syndrome, as you can call it, take the draw. I think the draw at plus 1400, and I think Dickinson or Williamson money line at plus 270. Fucking, I like them both, and I'm taking them both, quite frankly, here. Dickinson, bro, can crusher, not skilled. I don't understand this line. This is one of those lines that's like, shout out my boy Lagos. Shout out my boy Lagos for this one. That's like Christopher Diaz versus Tyree Jones. I think they didn't do enough tape. I don't think the whoever made these lines cracked enough tape, because quite frankly, I'm confident in William State getting it done. And again, if you're never confident in that, watch the draw. The best thing to do, guys, my best gambling advice I can give to anyone gambling on boxing, period. Watch the fights live. If your sports book offers live lines, you watch the fight lives, period. We got Sean Hemphill, not last fight, but the fight before against Mark Jeffers. We got him by decision 3 times at plus 2,500, plus 2,200, and plus 2,000. And then we got his money line all across the board, anywhere from plus 800 to plus 600. And we got that all the way up to round 7. Y'all. We got Rolly Romero when he was fighting Ryan Garcia after the drop. He was a dog all the way up until round 8. Again, a dog all the way up until round 8, y'all. There's a reason that we watch fights live, because that's when you kind of start to see, like, there's a flow of fights and flow of motions, how you think, which fighter's throwing out better optics, so on and so forth, things of that nature. So I think that's like the best betting advice I can give to anyone that's betting on boxing, is you watch the fights live. You get a feel and a flow for the fight. And then after round 3, you see what the lines look like, because you even on Bet365 get good prop bets to where you can bet the props live, knockout and decisions live. And at that point, and another smart piece of advice, y'all, if you see a fighter that you think is winning and you think he's going to be winning by decision, you see he has a plus 2,500 line, you bet it twice. Here's why you bet it twice on Bet365. Here's why you bet it twice. You get one cash out if you're worried about corruption. You cash it out once the line goes down to minus 100. You have a fat cash out. You can cash out that one, and then you can sit pretty on the other one, not worried about corruption, because you made profit regardless. It's just the best advice I can give you guys. Most of the best money I've ever made in boxing. Not that I'm not a huge gambler, as you guys know. My Twitter literally says low unit gambler for a reason. I have a full-time job. I'm just a regular dude that likes to crack tape and likes to break down fights. So when it comes to things of that nature here, I think the best thing you can do to make money, if you're doing it especially for fun, is to do it live. Bet it live, man. And honestly, you can make real money betting boxing live. Like, it's by far a country mile and away the best way to make money watching boxing. MMA, it's a little bit more volatile, but boxing, no doubt. Draw is a good idea. Dickinson came in 5 pounds overweight too. Yeah, he looks like shit, man. It's just, I don't know. Really took the fight out of Ryan. Yeah, man. Ryan looked lost in there. He was seeing ghosts. I think that's like the best way I can describe it. He was seeing ghosts after he got knocked down. He was too worried to get clipped. It was just insane. I do love watching tape. I will say, since I started doing boxing breakdowns and started giving out way more plays on my Twitter, I feel it's a little bit more, I love it. I love watching. Again, I fell asleep watching Bud versus Earl last night. I literally fell asleep round 6 watching Bud versus Earl. One of the greatest individual performances ever, by the way. I don't even care if it's post-car crash, Earl. But with that being said, I just feel like it's put a little bit more pressure on me to get the predictions and the fights right, And you have people that come back to your wrong predictions that let you know that you got them wrong. And it's always funny, man. Like, I got some shit on Twitter yesterday about Jordan White, for example, which I will always take on the chin. It's part of the game. We always can't get 100% hit rate, but I definitely feel a little bit more pressure since I started doing the boxing and the breakdowns. And I'm just a tiny YouTube, man. Like, not even on a big scale. I have 222 subscribers, which I love all 222 of y'all. That's my shit, man. And I love seeing these. What I love here is I have faith, not that I'm doing this to be the biggest or anything like that. I have faith that I will grow eventually. Eventually, the work itself will grow the channel. And it's going to be sick to come back to a Lagos or Mike Ross, my OGs that are in the channel here, and be like, yo, the day one OGs. It's going to be tight. Like, I'm excited for those days. God willing, of course, God willing. So yeah, everyone gets stuff. And that's why it's called gambling. No one can hit it 100% clip rate. Right now on my official predictions, I'm 4 for 5 on my last official predictions. My YouTube shorts went 1 for 3 just because I said the people's parlay, Charlie Edwards and Jordan White by decision. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I have faith we're going to get some money today, though. I really think Williamson in the draw, good place. I think there's some money to be made in UFC. I think Reese McKee is a decent dog. I think Trey Waters is a decent dog. I really like Trey Waters today at plus 150 money, man. I really like Trey Waters today at plus 150 money, man. I'm not very high on Sam Patterson. His last 2 performances were sick, but not overly high specifically. So, and then of course, watching boxing betting live. So I actually had a milestone, which is sick yesterday, is I actually got my first ever tip yesterday because someone bet on Mike Conlon yesterday at plus 480. And I woke up to that. I always check my emails. First thing I do when I wake up is I check my emails. And the first email I saw was that notification. And that gave me enough motivation to go into this week just hyped, ready to crack some good tape. I think this will be my busiest week in boxing for sure. So apologies to everyone now. I'm going to be dropping a video most likely daily because I have to drop MJ Inoue. I have to drop Canelo Bud. I have to drop MJ Inoue. I have to drop Canelo Bud. I already dropped Lester Mobility, thankfully. I have to drop Vargas Walsh. I'm no doubt dropping Olasquaga. I'm no doubt dropping a breakdown on my boy Olasquaga. I love La Princesa. And I think that's where I'll probably build my fan base the most, at these small niche fights that no one else is talking about. And there's 2 more fights that I have to crack tape on. I've already almost done with my Bud Canelo tape, and I'm already done with my Inoue tape for the MJ fight. So, so when it comes to that, let me see here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm pulling up the schedule of the tape I want to drop. There's one more fight that I really need to drop for you guys that I don't know why I'm missing it right here. So sorry, y'all. My apologies. Man, I really wish they would have stacked that Inoue card with a few more smaller Japanese contenders. Oh, and I will no doubt be doing Yoshiki Takai, which is the co-main event. I'm so sorry, y'all. Don't kill me for not knowing the name. I'm doing Yoshiki Takai versus Christian Jimenez too as well. 12-round world bantamweight title fight. Got to do that. So no doubt. Johnny was saying the other day, people never remember his wins, only his losses. That sucks, man. And Johnny is, bro. To me, Johnny is not only, I like listening to Johnny because he's a bright dude. He never bashes anyone. He's anti-political when it comes to this boxing stuff. I love Johnny, man. And knowing that people bash anyone for the losses, just insane, mate. Just insane. Boachucks Adams. I will absolutely do Adams Boachucks. No doubt about it, brother. I will drop that. That will probably be Thursday-ish. I can drop that because I have to crack tape for both of them. Thank you very much. That's another fight that I need to. Meaning I'll probably drop tape on 2 fights in a row. So sorry, y'all, if it's too many fight breakdowns back to back to back. I had a buddy, one of my closest friends told me, yeah, bro, I saw you dropping videos. I was like, hell yeah, you watch them? He's like, nah, bro, you dropped too many. That's one of my best friends. He can't even go and drop me a fucking like. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, bro. I go back and listen to my voice sometimes, and I cringe. That's why I try to make my edits as quick as possible, cut what I don't need to, and then I drop them so I don't have to listen to it, to be honest with you. We're going to get some money on social media are the most talkers. As long as you don't take anything to heart. I actually have a pretty thick skin. You know, I have quite literally, I have thin skin. I get busted up easy, hence like certain scars and cauli ears. But I have super thin skin. But in terms of my, how I take things on the chin, man. Super thick skin. If you go and look at the comments that I'll reply to with people bashing me and stuff, it's usually pretty playful. Like someone's like, this guy's going to win. Mark my words. And I'll say, words marked, brother. Like as simple as that. I like to go back and forth with an online troll on Twitter every now and then, but it's usually just correcting their grammar. And I'll never get out of pocket on something like Twitter. Like I'll never threaten anybody or do anything like that, man. Like that to me is crazy, bro. I would never talk to anybody online that I wouldn't talk to them how I would to their face. That's very big for me. Very big for me, man. But I will no doubt do Boachucks Adams. Yeah, Johnny's very respectful, man. I love the way Johnny speaks. I love the way You know, everyone, what I like about this is what I like about the pantheon of boxing Twitter. So I'm gonna go on a rant about boxing content creators on Twitter here. Is I like that everyone has their own style, man. Everyone has their own specific style and breakdown. Johnny goes into the stats aspect of it. He gives you the box rec breakdown and things of that nature for you. I like to think I give a lot more of the analytical side of it, the actual tape for tape, tit for tat of it. You go to my boy like Axel, my boy Axel on YouTube. Go follow him if you don't have Axel. I believe it's Axel78 on YouTube. He does everything from giving a breakdown and perspective on the fighters' careers leading up to the fight, and then gives their strengths and weaknesses post their tape, which I absolutely love. Then gives a prediction. You have guys like Gary 3D Boxing, who doesn't necessarily tell you the tape that he watches, but he'll give you a bit by bit breakdown of what he likes and dislikes about the fighters. And he just flows like he's having a regular boxing conversation. These are all things that I love about each and every one of these guys, is that they all have their own specific flow. I'm going to kill his name. Let me go look him up. Muscle Strength. He's out of Florida, strong brother from Florida. Let me see here his actual YouTube, because I love the way he speaks. Very clear, concise, calm. He's someone that I would like to take away from when I'm listening to him talk, just because he's so much more calm, cool, collected than I am. As you guys know, I'm a rambler. More Strength, Moore, More Strength. Here, I'm going to share his YouTube right now. I really like this guy, man. I love the way he speaks. I love the way he shares his ideas and presents his thoughts. This cat right here, bro. I really like More Strength. Of course, you got my boy Charlie Hahn, of course. Red Corner Boxing. Love Red Corner Boxing. Eat, Sleep, Repeat Boxing. You know, these are just guys I love. Of course, my brother, Rush Hour Fight Club. True Sport. Can't forget about my boy True Sport. You know, my boy Charlie Hahn. These are just creators that I listen to. One thing I want to, and then my guy Southern T as well. Great with MMA breakdowns. I go to him mostly for MMA breakdowns, things of that nature. So those are just guys that I like in the pantheon space of content creators. And I want to give you guys just a little caveat. I never listen to any tape breakdowns until I do my own, unless it's a fight that I'm not breaking down or I plan to break down. So, for example, when I did Christian Mobili Lester, thankfully there weren't many breakdowns on it yet. I would never go listen to anyone's yet. When I did Iglesias Shishkin, I did my breakdown, dropped my breakdown, then I went and listened to everyone else's breakdown on it specifically. Muscles Brown. Yeah, me and Muscles have great communication, man. I don't think he has a YouTube. He does go on Gary 3D Boxing. Chilltown doesn't have a YouTube either, but he's also on 3D Boxing. Those are guys I also love and respect. It's just they don't have like specific YouTubes, I don't believe. But Muscle Brown, me and him have a great back and forth communication. Me and him talk on Discord a few times a week, you know, back and forth communication when it comes to boxing. Muscle Brown is actually the first dude to ever comment or message me from a video I've ever done on YouTube, which was the Vargas Higa fight, I want to say, or it was the last Takami fight. One of the two. What I would really like to do, y'all, is I would really like to be consistent on Japanese boxing. My favorite type of boxing, if you guys don't know, is Japanese boxing. So if I could be the consistent dude, kind of taking over the void and the hole, I want to say that my boy Punch Perfect left. Taking over the void and the hole that Punch Perfect left for Japanese boxing. Oh, Jay, I don't know if you know this, Mike, me and Jay do a show every single Monday. Let me show you. Every single Monday on my channel. This Monday, it's streaming on both of our channels. Big Bad Boxing Show, my brother. Jay is someone I consider my brother. Jay is literally my literal brother. That's me and my boy Jay right here. My power went out in a dust storm 2 weeks ago, and he took over the show and finished the last 30 minutes strong. Yeah, Jay is that's not an exaggeration when I say that he's my brother. Like, I love Jay to death. Like, I love that dude, like, to the T. I've been chopping it up and having a great communication with Jay for almost 2+ years now. Yeah, man. So yeah, Big Bad Boxing Show. We do it every single Monday live. I usually post in the community section when we'll be going live. This Monday, since it's Canelo Crawford week, and of course, Inoue week. If you don't know, super Inoue fan, my dog's name's Inoue. In fact, literally sitting under me right now. He's looking up at me every time I say his name. Yeah, we're doing the Big Bad. It's called Big Bad Boxing Show. Me and Jay from Rush Hour Fight Club. We do it every single Monday, a live tune-in. We used to do it on his channel. We do it a little bit on my channel. This week, we're doing it from both our channels. He has a way bigger channel than mine. So really, he's more so helping me out than I am him. But dude, Jay's my dog, bro. Like, me and him we text back and forth daily, bro. It's consistent communication. That's like my brother. Shout out to Combat Sports Today, man. They brought the boys together in that sense. They absolutely brought the boys together, bro. So Hating black coffee always. Usually like Einstein's coffee, but McDonald's is right down the road. UFC started early this morning, and I wanted to get a live stream in. So yeah, Mike, if you can, man, I mean, please feel free to jump in here, y'all. So I'm actually going to. This is so funny here. Since I've started this channel, I've gone through a fucking binder and a half of notes. It cracks me up. Let me see here. I'm looking for a free page. I got to go grab my other binder. So what I will be dropping coming up this week, I will be dropping Canelo Crawford, of course, which honestly, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. That's the one fight that I'm least excited to drop a breakdown for because there's going to be divide regardless. I'm the perfect guy to break it down if you can't tell why. I'm the perfect guy to break it down just because there's going to be zero bias for me. I'm not going to be on either side of the fence. It's going to be straight tape, straight breakdown. MJ, in a way, we're going to have that tape dropping. We'll have Boachuk's Adam. Shout out to my boy. GMS put on the elect. What is that name here? Is it GMSP Utah the elect? I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm dumb as hell and can't read. As we all know, I'm not good with names. But I'll be doing MJ in a way. I'll be doing Canelo Crawford. I'll be doing Boachuk Adams. I'll be doing Vargas Walsh. I will be doing Anthony Olasquaga's fight preview. And I'll also be doing the co-main event as well here. The Christian Jimenez versus Yoshiki Takai fight too as well. So I have a busy week, man. 6 breakdowns minimum. If there's anything that you guys want to see, if you're listening to this now or listening to a post any fight that you want to see a breakdown for, I can absolutely see if I can cram it into the tape work. I'd be more than happy to do so. And then Monday, we got the biggest, baddest boxing show on Monday with me and my boy Jay from Rush Hour Fight Club. It's going to be sick, man. It's going to be absolutely sick. So yeah, man, we're on for about 26 minutes now. I'm going to stay on for about another 10, 15 here. You guys have any comments, thoughts, concerns? Any questions, anything for any fight cards here, y'all? Again, for anyone that's just tuning in, I am going to take the Diaz Sugar Nunez over 6.5. Also going to be taking the Parra McCormack over 7.5 for a sweaty time. That will no doubt be sweaty. And if you do think McCormack gets it done, I think McCormack rounds 6 through 10 at plus money is a good bet as well. If you think he gets it done, I think he more likely than not will get it done after round 5. So I think Parra is definitely a tough enough customer to stay in there for 5 rounds, mate. So also age comes into play, and there are times when fighters can come into overtime. So one second, my buddy just texted me. Shout out to my boy Mike Talks. My buddy just texted me and said that he's making a 2-leg banger for MLB picks. I'm like, brother, with boxing and MMA on today, you're talking about baseball? You fucking talking about baseball? Just tune. What's your MMA picks? So let me see here. So dogs I like today. I love me some Trey Waters. Let me screen share and pull up to DraftKings, mate. Give me one quick second here for you. Boom, boom, boom. Also, by the way, if you're for my parlay hunters out there, Sandy Ryan, minus 165. Great piece of a parlay. You can add it to really any other parlay that's minus 200 and under to make plus money. She's going to smoke Dre Gearson, who's never been 10 rounds, hasn't even been 8 rounds, has fought nothing but cans, can't punch, gets stuck on the back foot. Sandy Ryan by knockout, minus 165 in boxing. Great parlay piece for all y'all. Let me go to MMA since my man is here for the MMA picks here. Will not be touching Sam Hughes versus Shauna Brown. The amount of money that's came in on Shauna Brown, by the way, is absolutely insane. Sam Hughes was just a minus 340 yesterday. Absolutely mind-wrenching. Absolutely mind-wrenching. I think Brad Tavares, money line, super safe pick. Robert Bresiak, dude's not good. Dude is not good. Tavares is durable as hell. He is a smart fighter. He knows when to put out optics and volume when he needs to. He knows when he wrestles when he needs to. Good anti-wrestler. Durable as shit. My favorite dog of the card is right below him too, baby. Right below him too. Give me Trey Waters. We're talking about Sam Patterson here, who good sub game, no doubt about it. But Sam Patterson, even at 170, still has durability issues to me. Trey Waters can crack. Trey Waters can fight from both stances. Trey Waters has good range to cover versus Sam Patterson too as well. And I definitely think he's athletic enough to not get caught in a submission here for you. Trey Waters at plus 160 is a line that I absolutely love. I think it's a great value play. It's a straight bet, not necessarily what I would put in a parlay piece. If we're talking about parlays that you could say for UFC that feel very safe, Fernandez versus Tavares. Guys, I cannot tell you enough. We fade these Cage Warriors fighters time and time again. I agree. I think, hey, I know who that motherfucker is. What's up, pussy? What's up, you fucking pussy? That's one of my best friends, y'all. It's my boy Damian. It's my boy Damien here for you. That is actually the first man to tip your boy Breaking Bad Boxing. Thank you, Damien. First tip for your boy Breaking Bad Boxing. Much love, and I appreciate you. But I do like Tavares money line. Really like it. Guys, we have to fade these Cage Warrior guys every single time. The lesser of the Hardwick Bros and Harry, who is sloppy on the feet. He has actually some decent offensive wrestling for a dude from England. But Kawhi Fernandez, good volume striker, can kick, can punch, good takedown defense. I think the cardio edge in a full camp would go to Harry. But in this case, I'm going to give it to Kawhi because it's a short notice fight. Plus 170 for Tavares, plus Kawhi Fernandez. And if we really want to add a third leg, which, guys, as you guys know, I hate anything more than two legs. Anything more than two legs, I think we're just clenching our butt cheeks a little bit too much. Brother, we had Sandy Ryan here at a plus 250 odds. That's looking juicy. Go shop around these odds, y'all. Go shop around these odds, guys. I'm going to need that tip back after watching Acosta. Did you even bet on Acosta? And I told you, low confidence play. That one was a low confidence play. I even told you that's a low confidence play. And if you watch the live, you know that Solomon Sagawa is my guy. And I literally said I'm rooting for him to win. Rooting for him to win. He's to this day the only pro boxer that follows me on Instagram is Solomon Sagawa. Fucking love that dude, man. Fucking love that dude, mate. But yeah, guys. So for my MMA picks, I really like Tavares. I like Kawhi Fernandez. You add Sandy Ryan to really any of these parlays by knockout, and I'm fairly confident in that, which, you know, this would be, if Sandy Ryan doesn't get the knockout today, this would be my first official women's prediction that I got wrong on this channel. I am 3 for 3 on women's predictions on this channel. Sky Nicholson knockout before the line moved to even money. I gave y'all Alif Nir Tehran by knockout at plus 240. And who is the first female I broke down on this channel? Anyways, I know this is my 4th female prediction. Give me Sandy Ryan to hopefully keep my 4 for 4 streak alive on female boxing predictions. Give me Sandy Ryan. Again, fighting a can crusher that can't punch. And on top of that, it's never even been 7 rounds, let alone 10 rounds. So give me Sandy Ryan, who's fought in the way higher competition. I'll clench my butt cheeks for the 2-minute rounds. I'll do that all day, all day. Now let's go look at some more UFC picks here for you. Dude, this is an interesting fight. And Deja, if you guys don't know, I feel like I've watched more Bellator and PFL than possibly anyone on planet Earth. Not a bigger PFL hater on planet Earth. Deja is okay for a steroid user, kind of a gas bag. Can fight from bottom in terms of his bottom ground game. Did that line just move in front of us? Okay. I was getting to the point of saying that Marcin Tybura is who I would take. He just moved in front of us, y'all. We saw it move from minus 112 to minus 118. That's it. Take Marcin Tybura, y'all. And it's heavyweight fighting, which I hate betting on heavyweight fighting in MMA. Marcin Tybura is definitely the pick, y'all. Deja's going to gas at some point. And if we get a live line to where he beats, where he's beating up Tybura in the first round, and he walks back with his hands on his hips after round 1, woo-wee! Smashing that live line, baby. Smashing that live line. Holy shit, William Gomez at minus 270. I mean, he should win that fight, but damn, there's no value there. All right. These are 2 dogs that are possibly live. You have an athlete, yet low IQ, versus someone that fights his ass off and low IQ in Mason Jones. So it's low IQ versus low fight IQ. You have someone that fights his ass off in Mason Jones, and you have someone in Oki that is an athlete from hell. Are we possibly getting Oki at a discount due to that submission that he took in his last fight? Was it against who's old boy? Chris Duncan, right? I don't know, man. I haven't cracked tape hard enough for this, so this is an official taper prediction. But I think in a fight where I don't trust these Cage Warriors cats, Mason Jones specifically, I guess I would take the athlete, to be honest with you. But one guy I do trust, Reese McKee, mate. Reese McKee's solid, man. But Axel Sola, also solid, man. That's a fun fight, mate. That's a fun fight. 50-50 fights. You guys know I always like to take the dog. I don't feel like in this UFC fight card, just looking at it, besides, I feel confident as hell in Kwai Fernandez. I really like Marcin Tybura. My favorite dog is Trey Waters. Honestly, the best plus parlay you're going to get of the day is going to be Kwai Fernandez plus Brad Tavares. Feel fairly confident about that as well. Outside of that, I don't necessarily love this card. Man. I think Huffy is pretty safe pick. I mean, Benoit St. Benitez is a super gas bag, mate. He's a super gas bag. How can you trust anyone that has we've seen time and time again, too. It's not just one time. We've seen multiple times that he's a gas bag. We saw the Dos Santos fight in his debut that he gassed out super hard. We saw in the DP fight how hard he gassed out. And honestly, man, say what you want about these fighting nerds, mate. These fighting nerds legitimately have good IQ. They're in the gym. They're training hard. He has good guys around him, too, man. At minus 148, Hoofy may be it. Do you think women's boxing should be 3 minutes or change it to 12 rounds? I like Sandy Ryan comeback fight. Sandy Ryan's going to get the knockout, mate. I like that. I don't know if you just got here, my boy memes. But Sandy Ryan, I think, is going to get the knockout. To be honest with you, I think it should be 12 rounds. I don't know. I really love, and this could be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Selfish of me. This is just selfish of me. I don't mind the 2-minute rounds. I would prefer to see 12 rounds. But I don't mind the 2-minute rounds. I love breaking down women's tape just because it's 2-minute rounds and it flies so fast for me. But if we're looking at it from a fair perspective, a pedestalic perspective, then they should be 3 minutes, 12-round fights for title fights, 3 minutes, 10-round fights for, contender fights and everything of that nature. So I think MVP is going to be on the verge of changing that here. They're going to be really on the front lines of working with these commissions, so on and so forth, to where I would not doubt to see if we see MVP at some point. Really hope so. Post my picks on Twitter or on the community section, because let me see here. Which would you like, on Twitter or the community section? Because I can do, quite frankly, I can do both for you. I can screenshot them and put them on the I can put them on the community section. So what would you prefer, TB? I'll post them wherever you would like, good sir. I just realized the card starts in about 35 minutes. Hell yeah, we get early MMA, y'all. I'm going to be on for the last 6 more minutes here until 8:30, and then I'm going to jump out, guys. The few people that were in here, yo, man, I appreciate the hell out of you. Yeah, I'll definitely post in the community section for you, bro. I'll go and do the screenshots and stuff right now. I'll post them all throughout. I will make a very clear note that this is not gambling advice. This is just what I'm taking. So I feel like I have to make that clear for people before people hit me up, like that my man in the comments saying, after the Acosta fight, you lost me bread. Just fucking with you, Damian. But yeah, man, I think today is honestly a good money-making day just in general, man. Watch boxing live. It's going to be absolutely incredible. If you don't have Bet365, I think Bet365 is the best place to watch boxing live. I recommend it if you have it in your state, just because I think they have the best lines across the board. ESPN Bet has some sneaky underrated boxing lines too as well, y'all. So these are just a few sports books when it comes to betting lines, specifically on boxing. ESPN Bet and Bet365 are super sneaky, super worth it. So I recommend both those sports books if you're betting boxing, because live lines specifically on ESPN Bet and Bet365 are money, chef's kiss. FanDuel and DK can never touch their live lines. They're a little bit more sharp than they are, I feel like, in the boxing, which is so insane to me, because Bet365, if I'm not mistaken, is a UK-based promotion, and UK is way more sharp when it comes to the boxing than the Americans are, at least in my personal opinion. I feel we see more upsets in America than we do the UK. Am I tripping to say that? I mean, shit, look what we just saw with Jordan White last night, or even Tyree Jones last week against Christopher Rios. So give or take, a little bit of give or take here, y'all. Push or pull. One thing too as well, I was watching Earl Spence Crawford. Everyone's seen that fight a million times, I know. But is that not the most single-handedly beautiful performance that we've ever seen, mate? Like, damn, bro, he did everything in that fight. He walked forward. He went backwards. Push and pull and counter, catch and shoot, rip the body, caught angles, fought from both stances, jabbed his face off, fought at every level you could have fought. It was the best individual performance we've ever seen. Did he get caught clean once? Did he get caught clean fucking once? I don't even care if it was post-car crash Earl. Thomas Moran, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, mate. Yeah, Conlon, man. Bateson, just keeping it a $150, man. Bateson, no inside game, no pop. As we saw, stays on the back foot all fight. What was Conlon doing? Keep fighting from the southpaw. Fight from the orthodox, dog. Every time he fought from the orthodox, he was pinging old boy. Absolutely pinging him. His right hand from the orthodox position was scrapping and smoking Bateson out. Every time he switched to southpaw, there was no pop on it. Salute TBE. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Thank you to anyone that tuned in today. If you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff here. Yeah, man. Hopefully we continue to grow this channel here for you. Cracking out some tape. I'm going to be the unpopular guy, and eventually I'll be working on a Discord and a Patreon soon. I think at this point, the fruits of my labor will definitely be reaped and I sowed. So I'm assuming when I get to around 500 to 1,000 subscribers, which will be a slow uphill climb, is when I'll probably start a Patreon and Discord. I think it's, I don't want to say it's time yet. I want to continue sharpening my eyes, but I feel pretty good and confident about that. I'm on my last 10 predictions, all prop bets. I'm on a 7 for 10 run. And when every single one of those prop bets is minus 115 all the way up to a plus 480, it's pretty good ROI, mate. It's pretty good ROI. My picket is pretty good ROI too as well. Right now I'm up 16.9% on ROI on boxing, specifically on the year. So I'd really like to get that up to 30% by the end of the year. If I get that up to 30%, I'd feel very, very, very confident. Thank you, TB. I appreciate you, mate. I will definitely keep the breakdowns coming. You'll be seeing a lot of them this week. Like I said, today I'm going to watch some MMA. I'm going to watch the Nunez fight. I'm going to take half the day tomorrow to clean, reset my mind, and then I'm right back on the tape, and I'll be having my first boxing prediction drop by Sunday night for y'all for this huge upcoming week. Don't forget, y'all, like, share, comment, subscribe. Big Bad Boxing Show on Monday with my boy Jay from Rush Hour Fight Club, live from both our pages. It will be around 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern this week. We will be discussing the biggest week in boxing we have upcoming. Again, the biggest, baddest boxing show with my brother Jay from Rush Hour Fight Club. Tap in with Combat Sports today. They are the GOATs. They will always drop the good news. Fucking love y'all, Combat Sports today. Gave y'all a shout out earlier talking about how you brought me together with my boy Mike, my boy Combat Sports today. You guys know the channel and the predictions will keep coming, y'all. I will be dropping my official Inoue versus MJ prediction Sunday night. That will be followed by the biggest one, Canelo Crawford. Then I'll be talking about all the prelims and pre-fights before that. With that being said, guys, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love, peace, chicken grease. And as always, until next time, see y'all at the window.